anybody that's been in the market to buy a home recently, and you'll hear that it's incredibly difficult to say the least. So where exactly have all of the home listings gone from? Hi, this is Andrew with the Andrew Smith team at eXp Realty. And there's a lot of frustration out in the market right now, at least on the buy side, to a certain extent on the seller side as well, but for different reasons, but especially on the buy side. Um, you're seeing multiple offers. You're seeing bidding wars. You're seeing prices sell, or homes, sell for thousands upon thousands of dollars over the list price. And it's hard. It gets really, really frustrating for a buyer. So what exactly is going on, and when is it likely to change? Well, last year, if we go back a year from now, market conditions were already a bit tight, right? Inventory was down, and the market was moving, but it wasn't this far down. Then the pandemic hit. So we had that pandemic hit, and the initial response, if you like, or the initial thought process was that, wow, the pandemic is going to cause demand to soften. Buyers are going to pull back, and we're going to see more inventory on the market for all these homes that are not selling. And what actually happened was the opposite. As we started to move through that first initial lockdown, we actually saw buyer demand skyrocket and seller participation in the market pull back. So it was the exact opposite from what, again, everyone had expected. And it appears to be that the main reason that sellers were pulling back so much was, well, let's face it, you've got a pandemic going on. Who wants strangers walking through their homes? All of these people coming in, are they bringing the disease in? Are they bringing this in? Is it going to make us sick? What are we going to do? And so sellers on the seller side just kind of hit the pause button. They really withdrew from the market. Whereas buyers, as we moved through and working from home and school from home became more the norm, suddenly realized that the place I'm living in doesn't work. I can't do all of these things effectively in my home. I need more space, right? I need a different type of setup. And it kind of became that tug of war that we've seen over the past year. Now, according to new data from realtor.com, it shows that basically the entire country has seen inventory drop substantially from where we were a year ago. In fact, across the nation as a whole, the number of homes for sale is down 42.6%. Here in Texas, on Texas as an overall average, it's down slightly more at 44.5%. In Frisco and Prosper, it's even worse than that. Combined, we're down about 75% from where we were a year ago. So think about that. Here in Frisco and Prosper, we've got about 75% less homes for sale, yet the demand for buyers has increased. So demand has gone up and supply is way down. And as a result, prices have gone up quite substantially. So with that in mind, where are the homes? Does it mean that homes aren't being listed for sale? And the answer is no. Homes are being listed for sale, but they're selling as fast as they can be put onto the market. Believe it or not, compared to a year ago, there's actually an uptick. There's actually an increase in the number of new listings here in Frisco and Prosper than we saw a year ago. But there is so much demand out there, those listings are just disappearing as fast as the signs go up in many cases. And as you probably know, new construction, which is usually a great option, has its challenges as well. They're delaying the release of phases. They're delaying what they're able to do in terms of the number of homes sold. So the question may come up, well, why? Why would a builder that could sell everything that they've got, why would they slow down the pace of sales? And to be honest with you, it comes down to land. They don't have enough land in the planning process to sustain going forward. And at the same point in time, you think about staff and you think about all of their employees. If they were to build everything as fast as they can and sell out, right, then what do they do with all those people? Do they lay them all off while they're developing new land and then have to rehire as that land comes back in? So it's a problem on both sides of the equation. So the builders are doing everything they can. They're obviously building more, but demand has exceeded what they originally anticipated. So they're not exactly geared up to provide as much supply as the market needs right now. So, it's almost like shopping for toilet paper a year ago, to be honest with you. I mean, no matter where you went, there wasn't any, right? And then they were finally able to ramp up production and they were able to get things back in place. And that is what we're seeing here to a certain extent in the housing market. And what we're expecting right now is, as we move further into 2021, we do expect the situation to improve, the imbalance between supply and demand to improve. I mean, right now, depending upon what neighborhood you live in, homes are only on the market 2 to 3 weeks. And I know you're saying, well, that's not true because they're selling much faster than that. This is on average for our Frisco and Prosper market. So I'm taking everything from homes listed at 275 to all the way up to 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. It doesn't matter on that upper price point. The point here is that the average time on market from low to high end of the market is only 2 to 3 weeks. And that's about how much inventory we have right now. Meaning, if not another home was listed for sale, at the current pace of sales, there would be nothing for sale in about 3 weeks. So again, it's really, really tough. So what does this mean for you if you're a home buyer or a home seller? Well, as I mentioned, I do believe that inventory is going to come back in the resale market. We are going to start to see more resale homes come back because the people that wanted to sell a year ago still want to sell, right? That hasn't really changed for the vast majority. They just didn't want to sell a year ago with all of this going on. So those homes, as the vaccine gets rolled out more, and as you start to see us completely turn the corner on the pandemic and things settle down, you're going to start to see some of those homes come back onto the market. So that's going to help with the inventory of resale homes, which likewise will take some pressure off of the new home builders as well and slow things down for them with regards to the pace of sales so they can kind of catch their breath for a minute. So if you're a seller, you've got to make the decision that's best for you. I mean, why would you sell now? Because the biggest challenge a seller faces is if I put my home up for sale, where do I go? I'm going to end up homeless. There's nothing to buy. And while that's true, I've linked to another video directly below this one in the description that touches on that. We obviously deal with that all the time. And there are a few different options that you have for that. But the reason that you might want to sell sooner rather than later is as more inventory comes onto the market, that's more competition. So if your goal is to sell for the highest possible price in the shortest amount of time, market conditions right now favor that. Am I saying that they're not going to favor that 6, 7, 8 months down the road? Not necessarily. I'm just saying that they might not be quite as favorable as they are today. But ultimately, you've got to make that decision that's best for you with regards to the timing. From a buyer's perspective, we're dealing with buyers every day, all the time. And one of the challenges is for buyers, until they actually experience what's going on, it's hard to wrap your head around. And the most important thing a home buyer can do right now is be prepared. When a home gets listed onto the market, that's not the time to call your lender and figure out financing options. That's not the time to look through those and overanalyze the neighborhood and look at those things. You have to do all of that in advance. So if you're just starting your home buying journey, talk to a lender. You've got to get your financing sorted out first. You've got to get pre-approved so you're ready to go. Second, after that, is you want to start to narrow down the areas. Are there specific requirements in a home that you have with regards to school district, maybe facing, maybe size, whatever those things may be, or areas of town and then have the agent that you're working with or reach out to us. We can help you narrow that search down to the specific areas that you're looking for, so that when a home in your preferred area comes onto the market, you're ready to act immediately. Not it get listed Tuesday and we think we're going to go look at it Saturday. It won't be available. It'll be gone. You've got to be able to move really, really quick in the market right now. So again, I know it's not easy, but we are navigating our way through it. And ultimately, you've got to make the best decision for you and your family on how you want to proceed. And if you'd like some help putting this plan together and considering all of your options and seeing what you can do, reach out. There's a link to my calendar below as well. I'm always happy to talk to you, can schedule a free consultation and just kind of run through what your objectives and goals are. I'm going to help you put that plan together, whether you're looking to buy or to sell, that makes the most sense for you. Right? So hopefully that helps a little with what's going on in our market currently. We'll look forward to talking to you again next week.